We have often heard examples of people who were highly talented and competent, but when they rose to leadership levels, they plummeted. Whereas average people with average competencies, they did a fairly good job at leadership. Identifying who can be a good leader is more an art than a science. And with the variety of leadership models that exist, it becomes even more complex. We have leaders who are more quiet and subdued, whether some other are more motivating and forceful, some are expert negotiators, some are more forceful authorities. But in spite of whatever variety of leaders exist, they are all alike in one crucial way. All effective leaders, they have a very high degree of emotional intelligence, also popularly known as emotional quotient. A study was done by Daniel Goleman where they studied the competency model of 188 companies in order to understand what are the parameters that define an effective leader. They categorized their capabilities in 3 different sections. First was purely technical skills. Could be accounting, could be any other technical skill which was essential for their role. Second was cognitive abilities, means the ability to make decisions, logically come to a conclusion. And the third category was related to their emotional competencies, like ability to work together in a team, ability to inspire and motivate people. And the results of the finding were startling. They found that the capabilities which were related to emotional competencies, that accounted for twice as much as other 2 categories put together in terms of making an effective leader. And as you grow in the senior management level, in the leadership level, in an organization, in an institution, in a company, it is found that emotional intelligence becomes even more crucial. While they compared average performers at the senior management level with the elite performers, they found that the difference was 90% accountable to their emotional intelligence competencies. And the research is beginning to show strong correlation between emotional competencies and the leadership effectiveness of people in organizations, institutions, and companies. And what the good thing about is, research also shows that emotional intelligence and capabilities can also be groomed in an individual with proper methodologies. Emotional intelligence effectively constitutes of 5 things. Daniel Goleman speaks about self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Self-awareness is about understanding our own drives, emotions, needs, weaknesses, and strengths. Self-regulation is about channelizing our emotions in a constructive manner for a positive result. Motivation is about ability to motivate ourselves and the others. Empathy is about understanding the other person's viewpoint, other person's feelings, what they go through. And social skills is about ability to connect with others with a variety of interests, with a variety of backgrounds, with diversified opinions. We have a classic example in the ancient text called the Gita, where Arjun, the great archer, was superbly expert in his capabilities as a fighter. But what happened to him before the battle of Kurukshetra began was he flipped out on his emotional part. He was not able to understand, he was not able to come in grips with reality that he has to fight with his own family members and relatives and brothers and cousins. And what happened there, he turned around to Krishna. Krishna actually didn't train him up further in technical capacities, but he gave him a strong emotional foundation. And he first made him self-aware about his strengths and weaknesses. He made him able to regulate his emotions in a constructive manner and ultimately motivate him to fight this battle for a greater purpose, for a greater good. So, in essence, without emotional quotient, a person may have an incisive mind, extraordinary capabilities, extraordinary achievements, but without emotional quotient, emotional intelligence, they may not groom up to be great leaders. This is what we need as we move forward in the 21st century, a high degree of emotional intelligence in order to be effective leaders. Thank you.